Instructional video is a critical component of teaching learning process as it engages learners with the content. Hello everyone, my name is Lukman Bello. Welcome to Module 2 of the training. This is week 1 of Module 2. In the previous lesson, you have been exposed to the roles of multimedia in teaching learning process. In this video, we are going to look at the basics of instructional video production. We will examine the stages in video production, script writing, and storyboarding. These are important components at the planning stage of video production and will determine the quality of output at the end of the production process. So, let's go on to examine these concepts to ensure an effective video production.
Okay, let us now look at the basics of instructional videos. And this is quite important because instructional video production is a systematic process, and you need to understand what you should do at each stage of the production process. This will allow you to produce instructional videos that will make learning meaningful to your learners. Instructional video remains a critical component of teaching learning process, whether we are talking about fully online learning or face-to-face learning, or we're talking about blended learning instruction. Instructional video is important to ensure that learners are able to learn meaningfully by making content more realistic and connected to real-life situations. Because instructional video engages students with the content. When learners watch the instructional content, they are emotionally connected with the content and they will be able to learn meaningfully. So you cannot overemphasize the importance of instructional video in teaching learning process. The essence is to facilitate teaching learning process. You are producing an instructional video not for entertainment, not for social engagement, but to deliver instruction. Now, there are key stages in the production process of the instructional video, and you need to understand all the stages and what you need to do at each of the stages. Now, the 3 stages are the pre-production stage. This is the planning stage. You have not entered the production process. You have not introduced technology at this stage. It is primarily paper and pencil stage, but I can tell you it is the most critical aspect. It is the most critical stage of the video production process. This is where you plan your video, the content, you analyze, you do a whole lot of things here. Now, if you get anything wrong here, the impact will show on the final output. Now, the next stage is production stage. This is where you now record your video. Now, the last stage is the post-production stage. At the post-production stage, you edit what you have recorded and make the videos available to the learner. Now, for this video, we are going to focus on pre-production stage. Now, there are 4 main activities that you need to do. Analysis is the first thing that you need to do. You need to analyze your learners, analyze the existing facilities, understand the characteristics of your learners, their background, their learning style, their age, gender, because this will guide you in writing appropriate content for them. Then you also need to set appropriate learning outcomes. The next activity is script writing. This is practically the first major step now. Writing script is writing down the content that you want to teach your students. Remember, instructional video is for instructional purposes. So you are not writing for social engagement. You are delivering content to your students. So you are writing the script. When you are writing the script, the implication is that you are writing down the content you want to teach your students. Now you form your storyboard or you develop your storyboard. Storyboard is basically the graphical representation of the content. Now let's start with script writing, which is quite important. Writing down the content before the recording, that is what script writing is all about. You write on a sheet of paper or you can type on system like this. Now you need to write and rewrite to get the final output that you are going to record at the production stage. Now, script writing should be written in a simple language and conversational manner. This is quite important. You write your script in such a way that when you are talking to your slides, when you are recording your slides, or when you are recording the script, you are talking as if you are in the class. teaching your students. You may just put down the main points in PowerPoint slides and talk to the slides. Okay. Now you should have a storyboard. Okay, storyboard, as I mentioned, is just a graphical representation of what you want to teach or the contents you want to record. Now you should be able to have a kind of sketch, something like this. It might not be as perfect as this. It might not. It may just be something you just scribe on the piece of paper just to guide you that okay on slide one when I'm reading this, this is the picture. I need this picture. Oh, this is the transition that I want to put. Okay, this is just to guide you during the production process. At the pre-production stage, what do you need to have in mind? The first thing is that you need to minimize text on the slide. It is wrong for you to copy everything from your script to the slides. Okay, you just need the highlights of the script on the slides like this, as I am having here. Then you don't just talk to the highlights, then you record. So you minimize the text on the slide. Okay, do not attempt to cover the entire content. Okay, if you have many things to cover, for instance, if you have if you want to if you have a self-learning material or a course material and you have maybe like 30 units in the course material and you need to produce like 10 videos, the implication is that you need to merge. Okay, you need to merge some units and produce instructional video to cover the units. Okay, maybe for these 3 units, unit 1, 2, 3, I need to produce an instructional video, one instructional video that will cover the content. Then you just look at the topic that will allow you cover these 3 units. When you say something like the basic multimedia elements, when you are explaining something like this topic, you cover part of this, you cover part of this, then you also cover part of this. Okay, something like that. You don't have, if you intend to cover the entire content here, your video will be too long and it will not be interesting to your students. A combination of text and picture is the best. Okay, research has shown that, and you can see even from the video you are watching now, you can see I've been able to mix pictures with text. Now structure the slides such that the text comes up in bits. Okay, as if you are in the classroom writing for your students. You don't put the entire content on the board at the same time. You write line by line. Then you can imitate that when you are designing your PowerPoint as well. You can see my points coming up, okay, point by point, and I'm explaining. This is how you record your video. Don't spend more time explaining a slide, okay? That's also important. Avoid distractions. Hollywood style elements not needed. You are not doing your instructional video to impress your learners. You are doing instructional video to make learning easy and interesting for your learners. It shouldn't be too long, it shouldn't be too short. These are the things that you have in your in mind when you are preparing your video. You have not entered the studio or you have not started the production process per se, but these are the things that you should consider when you are planning the video production process. But you ask yourself, we have many online videos now. Why do I need to stress myself and do instructional videos again? These are the reasons you will be able to meet the specific learning needs of your learners. If you are able to design or develop your instructional videos, then you meet the specific needs of your learners. You know, I mentioned earlier that you need to analyze your learners. So when you analyze your learners, you understand them, then you'll be able to meet the specific needs if you're able to do your instructional videos. The videos can be developed to match the course content. That is quite important. Those are the reasons why you need your own instructional video. Then you will be free from copyright issues because you are the creator. Okay, you own these videos, so you'll be free from copyright issues. Sometimes it may be difficult to find appropriate videos on the internet, so you need to do your own instructional video. Also, basically, you can contribute now to the open educational resources. As you go online to download videos, you can also contribute to that community. And lastly, video production. Now, when you are able to produce your own instructional video, it improves your ICT skills. You know how to search for materials, how to do editing, how to record. So these are the reasons why you need your own instructional videos. And you need to take note of all these stages. The pre-production stage, as I mentioned, production stage, and post-production stage are all important. However, the pre-production stage determines what you do, okay, in other stages, and will determine the quality of your production. In our next video, we are going to see how you can use PowerPoint to record an instructional video for your learners. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next class.